Hello, I wanted to welcome you back to Headache-Free Properties in our final stage today of exiting the rat race. And there's three components to that that we need to talk about: leaving a legacy, your purpose in life, and then a kingdom service. So let us begin with legacy. Remember now, we're completing the process. We've all the way been through how we establish a business, how we find money, how do we evaluate and locate a property, how do we rehab the property, and then have the closing. Once those items have taken place, and you do that cycle numerous times, there's a bigger portion of how do you continue to make this business operate and to operate without your need. That is truly when you have a business. Before, you may have a job. A job is something that you can do over and over, and you control when you go to work, when you come home, but it's not necessarily independent of you. When you have a business that generates money without you being there, then you're considered a true business. Otherwise, you've just traded one job in for another job. And I think truly what I find most people looking for day in and day out is they want to own their time. Yes, they want to be in control of their day, and they want to do the things that they really enjoy, but really what it comes down to is I want income to come in, and I want to be the master of my day, and I can control the time and what I do and when I do it. Well, to be set free is to be a true business owner. And the idea of what we're trying to accomplish here is to basically establish a business where you can check in and out of it by any point as long as you have internet access. Someone you need to make sure that is duplicating the same effort and has the same skills and ability that you have or greater than you have. Often the best thing you can do is hire people that are more intelligent than you are for specific tasks that you need them to do to carry out the different aspects of your business. So in the final stage, legacy, what will you leave on to your next generation? What is it that your kids are going to receive? As you know in the Word it says that you are to leave an inheritance to your children's children. Now that's 2 generations. So what are you going to establish and do that you can impact 2 generations of your children? So it's very important how you structure your business, and that comes with talking with lots of lawyers and with CPAs on how best to structure your business. And you want to have that conversation on the front side of establishing your business. It may be that your business will operate easier day to day through one particular business type, but when you go to transfer the business, it will be a totally different type of business. So you want to look at that depending upon what it is and the size of business you anticipate building, how long you will have that business, and then what's your exit strategy. So make sure that you have professional help in order to help you establish which structure you need to be operating in. Now, legacy. What is it that you're going to do? We want to make sure that your money makes you money. We do that prior to making any lifestyle changes. You know, in the first 4 stages that you're looking at of money and growth and vision and so forth, you're just trying to get your passive income to be equal or greater to your expenses. When that happens, you haven't made any lifestyle changes, you haven't gone out and built this big old $300,000, $400,000 house, anything like that, you're buying Mercedes and BMWs. No, you're maintaining your current lifestyle, paying debt down, learning to live debt-free. And then at this stage of the game, when you truly have created a business, it's when you escalate and then do lifestyle changes. You may look to upgrade your business. You may look to take vacations, and you may look to buy that second house or vacation home away from where you live now. But that comes once you have established a business that is throwing off excess cash. And we call that the cash cow moment. Also, you're looking at diversification at this time into different markets. You're looking at diversifying into other businesses, diversifying into real estate, which you initially started with, into commodities, trading gold and silver and oil and so forth on the stock market. Looking at purchasing notes, discounted notes where banks are selling property and you're buying the notes, or creating private notes. And the last would be intellectual property, any type of patents or trademarks or any type of income that you generate through intellectual property. So that's how you truly diversify into multiple different markets, so that if you are impacted at one particular area, it doesn't impact all of your money. And this is definitely rooted in deep estate planning and with your lawyer and CPA. So that's a legacy. How will you leave that business to your children, and making sure that you have the adequate manpower to run your business when you're not there, and also that you're educating your children as they're coming up and through to be able to take over. You're grooming them for either ownership or understanding how the business operates, because there's nothing you can do is to give money to an uneducated child. That will generally corrupt them, and even though we are sometimes in this mindset of today is that I'm going to protect my child and I'm going to make it easier for his life or her life than I had coming up, I find that a travesty, because basically we handicap our children. We don't allow them to understand the importance of work and understanding how to run a business through the different tax forms and so forth that they should be learning how to operate. So it's very important, I believe, as you educate your children to understand and take over the business when it's time for you to slide out. The next stage, stage 4, is purpose in life. What is your life purpose? What we find is as people begin to earn more income and their day isn't so consumed with work, that frees them up to understand and be in a position where they begin to wonder, what have I been created for? Now, hopefully you've had this question and understanding long before now, but this is a time that it really begins to set in. That's often why people hit their midlife crisis and understand, I'm making all the money I need to make, I'm living where I want to live, but there's just no excitement in life. There's no challenge, there's no expectation. You're not building anything, you're not impacting anybody around you. So this is the point where we really go in and help people determine what is it that you can do to impact the community around you. What is your passion in life? And that often takes getting away and working with some people to help establish out what are your best features. What are you really gifted in those areas? And it may take a couple weeks to really discern what that is. And it definitely takes someone sitting down with you and you going through your life stories. An example of how people have been told how they pull this out is to sit down and you have 8 moments in your life where you recognize where were you in the setting that you were participating in this, what were you doing, what role did you play, how did it affect you, and then who did you impact in this story. And you pick about 8 stories like that and you begin to sit down and have a conversation with someone. And at that time they're recording those attributes and features that we talked about. Where were you, the role you were playing, and who did you impact? And those things are responsible for helping shape a ministry or a lifestyle or a way that you impact the community around you. And it helps you draw out those things that you're passionate about. Because without passion, very little will we do that motivates us to get out and to really be productive with our day. You can go and visit and travel to all different destinations and areas, but eventually that gets old. And you really want to impact those around you. The final stage is stage 5. And we call this the kingdom service. As we talked about earlier, who will you serve? And we're hoping that you serve our highest God and Savior, who then leads us. And we basically ask, how do we participate and get in touch with the program He's got in place? Understand me, He has a program in place. There's a war that we're in every day, and the other individual is trying to keep you and maintain you and have you serve Him. But God Almighty has a better plan and an alternate plan that serves community and serves the world at a much higher level. Every day we're to take more property back of this dominion than is left and lost. You're to learn how to operate as a servant leader. How do you impact your family? Be the priest of your house. How do you begin to lead and guide and direct your family so that you have a positive outcome? And in investing in the kingdom, one of our goals here at Headache Free Properties is to create a Kiva-like business where, if you're not familiar with that, that's how you can begin to have businesses start up in third world countries, and you may invest in giving them $100 where they're able to purchase a sewing machine. And over time, they pay that back to you. And I believe it's something like 97% payback is their success rate. Well, I think we could do the same thing here in the United States, where we'd have microloans at $10,000 or less, where we can help people set up businesses, and we begin to help foster them and help them create impacts for their business. As we know, United States of America was founded with the idea of entrepreneurism. We have so much, in a sense, in the last couple hundred years, have gone into where our whole goal is to go to college and then go to work for someone else and make them wealthy, live their dream. What happened to us empowering our own children and beginning to have our own business and see them live out their dreams? So that would be one aspect. And the other thing is we've created a nonprofit called Blessings to Others. And in that nonprofit, we help establish livelihood and lifestyle changes that impact the family. We receive donated houses that are received from foreclosed properties that banks take back. They donate to Blessings to Others. We renovate those properties and then establish a way for an individual or family to take possession of that. They rent that property for up to 24 months. They pay a common sense rent amount based on the budget and income that they receive. Now, you do have to have an income. For an individual, it's like $600, and for a family, it's $1,000. But basically, we want to make sure that you've got some skin in the game. So we're always looking for people who want to partner with us as we do the renovations, partner with us for the labor and the activity that's associated with that. We want you to partner with us as far as teaching classes, and we'd like for this to go nationwide. The Lord laid this idea on me about 3 years ago that 10,000 free and clear houses would come through Blessings to Others. We would love to partner with you if this is a passion that you may have as to helping an individual who's fallen on bad times or hard times get back on their feet, get reestablished in society, and become successful in their everyday life. This pretty much wraps up Headache-Free Properties and how we begin to help people impact their life and how they can begin to partner with people and understand how they too can be successful through real estate as a beginning point. A beginning point. It may not be the final destination for you, and we hope that it isn't. We hope that you continue to grow through the stages that we've outlined here, from beginning to growing a business, to thriving, to being debt-free, to establishing a business who throws off additional business, have lifestyle changes, impact the community around you, create a legacy for your children to pass on to, and then being a kingdom builder, having full and total dominion over the community around you. These are the things that we desire for you. And we look forward to seeing you and working with you in the years to come.